From rags to riches, Tylerperry's story of how he earned 330 acres and turned it into a studio, the biggest in the world. Previously known as Fort McPherson, Tylerperry Studios was first a Confederate Army base where there was a fight in this country for slavery that had been abandoned for 7 years. There are Bibles buried underground to set the foundation, because that is what it is built on and believing, stated Tylerperry in a TBN interview. Actor, director, writer Emmett Perry Jr. grew up in an abusive household. My father would beat my mother, then would beat me. He was very violent and dark. His father also lied to his mom at the beginning of their relationship, saying he was rich and had a ranch, but yet they were struggling to have places to live. Tyler was the third child born of his siblings. At the age of 16, he changed his legal name from Emmett Jr. to Tyler so he wouldn't have to carry on his father's legacy. But no matter how dark it was, his loving mother would always take him to church, so he had hope. One day, Tyler decided to just ask his father what happened in his life. Getting no real answer, he started asking family members. Then he understood as an adult, and has since forgiven him. In school, a teacher asked everyone what they'd like to be when they grew up. The class had the usual careers, doctor, lawyer, etc. Really, I wanted to be an architect. But when he got to me, I said, I want to be a millionaire. The teacher looked at me and said, "You're never going to make it because you're poor and black. The system is set up against you. It's never going to happen." Little did he know, soon he would prove him wrong. Tyler met Oprah when he was working as a janitor in a hotel. "I thought I'm going to vacuum this hallway all day until I see her. I know she has to walk to her room so I can get an autograph," he said. It was Oprah who inspired him to start writing. One day, he was watching the Oprah show in 1992. She said that it was cathartic to write, which means providing psychological relief through the open expression of strong emotions, causing catharsis. So he started writing stories down, and they were coming page by page, all by hand. And in that strange situation, all of this was born. His mother taught him about faith in Christ, and his aunt also, which is what inspired the gun-toting, no-shame-having, on-the-run character Medea. He said although he doesn't like playing her often, he'll pull her out if he has to. He also said that he's not ready for his son to meet Medea. He's too young for that. And he doesn't like playing the character as the costume is hot, shoes are tight, and he doesn't want to be her actual age and still playing the old broad, he says. But he loves seeing the audience's reactions and is forever grateful to God and the fans. After moving to Atlanta at the age of 21, he financed his first show with his life savings of $12,000. But only 30 people showed up, all of which he knew. After 7 years of doing plays in homelessness, living out of his car, and not getting the results he wanted, he was just about to give up and go to work for the phone company, just as his mom wanted, because that was her truth, but not necessarily for him.
My only idea, my only focus was to do my one play. And I knew if I could get that to work, everything else would come to pass. There's so many people who go in so many directions. This week they're doing this, and next week they're doing that, and next week they're doing this, and next week they're going to be in real estate, and the next week they're going to open a salon. And those kind of people are all over the place, and I usually try to get them to focus on one thing.
He quit his job after he heard God say to do, after praying about it. And after one last phone call he received was to go to another opportunity called the House of Blues, as he wasn't too sure about performing there because of the name, but they had just pulled out the previous day, and then miraculously the venue was called the Tabernacle. But while he was there was a hurricane coming, and it was the coldest night in Atlanta, March 12, 1998, and the heat was going out. He then began to complain to God, saying, "Why am I here? Don't you control the weather? I'm about to be homeless again." He then heard a voice saying, "Shut up, it's not over until I say it's over. Get up and look out the window." He got up, and as he had tears rolling down his face, and looked out the window, and what he saw next would change his life forever. As there was a line going around the building, he also had done things differently, and hired a bunch of local talent. He finally had made it after he had forgiven his dad, because all those 7 years I hadn't forgiven him, he had held on to it. Soon he was performing 300 plays a year to 30,000 people a week, selling out venues, and those people followed him for his movies. So far, he has 19 movies, 20 plays, 9 TV shows, with more to come. His projects gross more than $2 billion and growing. In 2011, Forbes named him the highest earning man in entertainment. Work is a drug to me. I love every minute of it. He met his girlfriend at a Prince concert in 2007, and she revealed to him during a FaceTime call that she was pregnant by holding up a pregnancy stick. Tyler has given millions to the hurricane victims and anywhere else that's in need. He also reached out to former Cosby actor who portrayed Lisa's husband Alvin and is currently starring in the season 7 of his hit show The Haves and the Have-Nots, and now has other acting roles steadily coming in since then. The mantra of his studio is, "A place where even dreams believe," based off the story of Joseph in the Bible. Mr. Perry's most recent projects with the new BET Plus network he's working on, with 5 shows, one of which is called Sistas and The Oval. If you're fans of the Haves and the Have-Nots and if Loving You Is Wrong, you'll definitely like this, he says.
But I gotta get these BET shows. I'm telling you, when y'all see The Oval, when y'all see Sisters, I'm telling you, just brace yourself. All of y'all who left BET for them other channels, I know you out there, just come on back. I promise you, I got something for you.
Come back home.
Come back. I come home. I got something for you.
Nadia's not gonna talk to us though?
What do you want here? I did that in months.
I know, but
and it felt pretty good not to do it in months.
The iconic studio will have public tours very soon. Also, you can pick up a copy of his book, Higher is Waiting, wherever books are sold.
You know what the question is that a lot of people ask me all the time? How did you make it? How did you make it? Well, I tell you, there's only one answer for that. And I say this in the press all the time, but people will cut it out of articles, or they don't want it printed, or they don't want it said. But the truth be told, it was nothing but the grace of God. Nothing but the grace of God. You can plant seeds all day long. You can go around giving your business card to people. You can go around knocking on doors and auditioning. You can do all of that every day of your life. And nothing, for most people, nothing happens. When a seed is planted in the ground, all you can do is water it. You cannot control the sunshine, you cannot control the weather, and you cannot control whether the locusts will come and try and destroy it. All you can do is plant your seed in the ground, water it, and believe. That is what allowed me to be in this position right now.